Alright, how's everybody? Going to be doing a couple of videos on some night vision and some thermal equipment that a friend of mine's lent me. One of the items is a micro thermal monocular. The other one is this PARD, the new 007S, and something that I've bought, which is a budget version of the PARD. Really, it's a NV90. It's I'll do that, tell you what I think about that in another review, but we'll go on first to the PARD. So this is the new PARD 007S. It's I can say now it's a vast improvement on the previous PARD that I used to have. The fitting system is a lot better. It's been extended a little bit wider so it grips the scope's ocular lens a lot better. It comes with some more collars than it did originally, and not the crappy tape that they just gave you. That made things a little bit awkward when you're putting this bracket on and you would screw the two screws there. You're trying to get it to fit, and it was an absolute pig sometimes. This, on the other hand, is a lot better. I've fitted that on now, and I believe you just, there we go, bit of a click, nice satisfying click as well, and there you go. I have literally just fitted this PARD to this rifle. This is my Seiko S20 in 6.5 Creedmoor. I've been validating some new rounds that my mate loaded for me to just try. They're 95 grain VMAXs. I've zeroed the rifle without the PARD and everything, put the PARD on, and it works straight away. Wonderful. No messing around, no faffing, no nothing. So I'm just going to go through a few things here. As you can tell, yes, straight away, it's a lot shorter. You've got a lot more eye relief than you did with the previous PARD. The side wheel focus is there now. It's not that collar thing they had before, which kind of bulked the thing out. It is a lot better. Everything's going further up rather than out. If you remember, if any of the people who've had the old 007, you find that you're sticking your shoulder there and your cheek there, and it's not a good way, not conducive to good shooting. But this new one is a lot better. The screen display is 1080p in colour. There's various obviously you can change it to black and white, which is then you turn on your IR, your infrared, which is here. You can adjust the brightness of that depending on what you're doing. This, I would say, I think is probably good for a couple hundred yards at most. Yes, you can buy the bolt-on torches that you would fit onto your scope, and that will push it out to maybe 400. I know that PARD claim that this go out a bit further, but I don't think really anyone in the right mind who's going to buy this. It's not big money to go and buy another IR torch that you can bolt on that will increase your range. So there, it's rated to IP67, unlike the previous PARD 007. So this makes it waterproof. Don't go chucking it in your hot tub. But all I'll say is you don't have to worry about taking this off when it rains and you're out lamping or whatever. Well, not lamping, but you're out shooting and you need to get, because it's raining, you need to put this away. I wouldn't worry. Everything's all waterproof now. Waterproof buttons. The buttons are silent as well. There's no beeping going on when you change your settings and everything. The battery goes in here. It's one of those 18650 batteries, I think. It fits in here. You can get a separate charger for them. Maybe buy a couple. I'm not sure on the battery life yet. I haven't really put this out for a long-term test as such. I'm just going to go through it for you a few things, but by the time I stick this video out, I will be a little bit more au fait with what things I like about it and what things I don't. And I can tell you now, there isn't much I don't like about this. So that's your standby button, that's your menu, that's your record button there. It's all very similar to, if you've used something like this before, they're all pretty much the same. There's your IR function there. But yeah, you look, I mean, you can't see it, but you look through that now, and I told my friend, it's like looking at a TV. It's like having a TV in front of you. The display for the money, what this is fantastic. They really have blown the competition away with this. I just would not get nothing else. I know you can buy your ATNs and your site mark race and stuff, and yes, if people have got them, then good. But if you want something like this for all round, I'm on this have this on my centre fire at the moment, but I can easily take this off and put this onto my sub 12 or my FAC rated FX Impact M3, or my Red Wolf, obviously got to buy extra collars, but that's not going to break the bank. It's a wonderful bit of kit. So I'm going to have a bit more of a play with this, and I will put some videos up in this review that you can see daytime and nighttime. I put a gong out at 400 yards there to validate, and I plonked the pod on, and it was just doing exactly what it was supposed to do. So far, well impressed. I will endeavour to give you a bit more information once I've done the videos for the nighttime and daytime use. Okay, I've set a gong out here at 408 yards that I've been using to validate my 95 grain VMAXs on a Creedmoor. With this pod set up, I've had no point of impact change, nothing like that, nothing silly. The setup was very easy. Like I showed you earlier, it's a case of just slipping on the bayonet fitting and you're away. The resolution is 1080p. Now, daytime use, that's, to me, I'm of the opinion that's all you really need. It's doing everything you need it to do. The reticle is nice and crisp. I've got that focused okay. I could probably square the reticle up a little bit more. There's adjustment for that, but otherwise fine. The audio, make sure you take the flap off the bottom of the pod, as that's where the microphone is held. But otherwise, great, absolutely great. Wonderful, wonderful bit of kit. Okay, this is a rabbit seen through the pod 007S on my Night Force SHV. Distance is 150 yards, which is about the limit of what the illuminator will do. The video is not really giving it justice, as I can see what that rabbit's doing with the crosshair, but you guys can't. It looks a bit dark, but yeah, I'm happy with what this is doing at that range. But I would definitely say you definitely need to get yourself an IR illuminator of some description, and that will increase your range somewhat. Okay, just going to do a little roundup of some final thoughts with this pod, the 007S. What I think and what I think's bad. Well, it's cheap. It's £535 retail in the United Kingdom. And for that, you're getting a hell of a lot of kit for the money. You buy yourself some extra collars, the bayonet fitting collars that will go into here, and fit that to whatever rifle scope you got. If you've got a couple of rifles, air rifle, whatever, it's going to do the job for all of it. It's just so great. It works so well. It's so easy. It's a very, very satisfying click when you connect the actual pod to the collar. You know it's held on good. They've improved the collars as well. They've gone away from this old crappy old tape that they've used, as I said earlier. The increase in eye relief, vastly better. Like I said earlier in the other video, the pod's going up in height rather than width. I'll show you against this here is a Base Optics NV90. Well, you can see the difference it's enormous compared to the 700S. Sorry, babbling here. But as you can see, this is a lot more chunkier, and this is a very similar size to the old pod. But that's for a different review. The ease of use. Well, the ease of use. This is very easy to set up. It took me about 10 minutes of getting the collar bolted onto the actual scope. I didn't have to use any tape, even though they do send you tape with you just in case. The collars that come with it were of the correct size that I needed for my Night Force SHV, so there was no issues with that at all. It's got, as in the display during the daytime and nighttime, the reticule, you can see everything on your reticule that you can see, provided you get it set up properly. Everything that you've got set up, the reticle display through the pod can be seen at night or daytime, provided you spent your time getting this thing set up. You've got a lot of the, as you can see, hang on before I drop the bloody thing, I have to pay Paul a new one. You've got your controls there. They're all set out very easy. Get used to these before you actually get out nighttime round, because once you know what you're doing, it's incredibly easy to use. That's a standby button there, and then menu, and that's all you really need to worry about. There's the IR there. You can check that. You can set this up as well so that it's recoil activated. I've not used that yet. It's not something maybe I would use or not. Other people may consider it, but I've not really explored it to that depth yet. Another good thing I think is a massive improvement on the existing 007 is that it's waterproof, completely waterproof. I believe you can soak it in 1.5 meters of water for an hour and a half, something like that. Don't go doing that, but like I said earlier, don't go chucking it in your hot tub. Another thing here, I would say, just be aware, you've got your there's a flap here that takes the, let's try and pop this off without damaging it. This holds a USB, but also it's got the camera in, sorry, the microphone in. You need to pop this off to be able to record yourself speaking or any audio. It will hurt gunfire, but yeah, you need to cover that, keep that covered up. Once it's uncovered, it's not going to be IP67 rated. But yeah, that's it. As far as cons, I would say the IR on it for centerfire use, I would say is a little bit weak. I've been using a thermal imaging camera and I'm seeing stuff at hundreds of yards away. And the problem with that is you see too much. With this IR, you're getting about 150 yards, as you saw in the video. I don't know whether or not maybe with the Mark II version of this, that the IR capability will be better, because some people don't want to fit an extra IR torch to their setup, even though that really is mandatory to get yourself out to, you know, the 400 or 500 yards that you may be needing for foxing or whatever else you're doing. But that's my only grumble. Otherwise, fantastic bit of kit, and I shall, well, once I give this back to my mate, I shall probably be going and getting one myself. But stand by, there's some new stuff coming up here. I've got my, there's a thermal monocular here by Hick Micro, the OWL 35. Stand by for a review of this. This is, I hate this using this word, game changer, but it is, it really is. It's my first foray into using a thermal imaging monocular, or any thermal imaging for that matter. It's something I've always thought I don't need. Now I've started using one, you know you need it. So watch in for a review of that, and thanks for watching this one. Thank you.